Christmas Day, 1997. Brittany in her pigtails holding up a present. Me in the middle with my front teeth missing. Rudolph on the TV, Grandma in the kitchen. July 85, black Chevrolet. Sunset setting on a Lake County lake. 10 pounds on the dot, written on the back. Uncle Terry smiling big, holding up a bass. Hangs in a frame beside the front door. Crazy to think he ain't here no more. One day we're barefoot, young and alive. Next we're a story in a 3x5. Somebody sure glad to have, 'cause time makes it hard to remember. So take every snapshot while you can. Tell them that you love them while you got the chance. Make sure that you take it in, 'cause one day all you're gonna have with them is a picture. Bonfire party in the middle of nowhere. Might just look like buddies and some cold beer. But when it's my time to leave, it's all someone will have left of me, yeah. One day we're barefoot, young and alive. Next we're a story in a 3x5. Somebody sure glad to have, 'cause time makes it hard to remember. So take every snapshot while you can. Tell them that you love them while you got the chance. Make sure that you take it in, 'cause one day all you're gonna have with them is a picture, yeah. Oh, yeah. So if you think this is one of those memories that you wanna leave behind, put your arm around who you love and take one tonight. Tonight, 'cause one day we're barefoot, young and alive. Next we're a story in a 3x5. Somebody sure glad to have, 'cause time makes it hard to remember. So take every snapshot while you can. Tell them that you love them while you got the chance. Make sure that you take it in, 'cause one day all you're gonna have with them is a picture, yeah. Oh, yeah. Make sure that you take it in, 'cause one day all you're gonna have with them is a picture. When we wrote Picture, I wrote it about my dad's brother, my Uncle Terry, who we had lost June of 2020. It was like 2 or 3 in the morning, and my buddy Ryan, we were just going through these photos of my uncle, and kind of everybody's going through their own moments of mourning and laughing, because my uncle was such the life of every party, of every room. You know, if he didn't know you, within 2 minutes he had you laughing, and you felt like you knew him your whole life. He didn't meet a stranger. A lot like the guy in He Walked on Water. He was the guy in our family that just lightened the mood, you know, and so Ryan said, man, isn't it weird, no matter what you do in life, no matter where you go, how much money you make, whatever your name is, one day we'll all just be pictures that people will have to hold on to. So the morning of his viewing, I had to write with Hardy and David Garcia and didn't move it, and had that idea written down from the night before that Ryan said. Went into it, and I turned my other uncle's basement or downstairs bar, Florida going basement, so like downstairs bar area, into like my writing room / Zoom liner area for, you know, all the fun things we were having to do during quarantine. And so I actually walked in, and a lot of people don't know this, but the second verse of Picture, my uncle had no clue about what Ryan had said. And he said, hey man, look at this picture that I have of a friend of mine and me. I've not seen him in 20 years. And it's my uncle and his buddy, and they're in a field, and they both have beers in their hands, like a field party in Oklahoma. And I said, oh man, it's awesome. You know, I said, when's, you know, do you reconnect with him? He goes, well, actually, a few weeks after this photo was taken, he was battling some stuff and took his own life. And I've not seen his photo since then. So that whole second verse, as soon as I walked in, he hit me with that, and I was like, we got to write this song. It was just felt like that thing, So we went down, I brought the idea to Hardy and David, and we all just ran with it from there. And I wanted it to be, because this whole record, I want people to listen to it and know who Michael Ray is. So I wanted to write this from a very personal standpoint, but wide enough to where people could relate their own stories. So, Brittany is my little sister, and then my Uncle Terry, who inspired the entire song, is obviously my dad's brother. And so when we were writing it, we all thought, let's not write this sad. Let's not write this as a mourning. That wasn't Terry. Terry was alive for the party. Terry don't want you to be sitting around sad. He wants you to be celebrating, because that's what he was doing. And so we wrote it in hopes of not mourning, but more of celebrating him, and then reminding people that life goes by fast. And if we all learned anything from that quarantine time, it can be taken away as fast as it came. And take those pictures when you get the chance. Take those moments, because sometimes, or maybe someday, that might be the one thing that you have left.
Wore starched white shirts, they button up the neck, sit in the shade and watch the chickens peck. His teeth are gone, what the heck? I thought he walked on water. Said he was a cowboy when he was young. He could handle a rope, he was good with a gun. My mama's daddy was his oldest son, and I thought that he walked on water. The story's told, only heaven knows, but his hat seemed to me like an old halo, though his wings, they were never seen. I thought that he walked on water. He tied a cord to the end of a mile, said, son, here's your pony, and keep her at a trot. And I ride in circles while he laughed a lot. Then I'd flop down beside him. He was 90 years old in 63. I loved him and he loved me. Lord, I cried the day he died, 'cause I thought that he walked on water. If the story's told, only heaven knows, but his hat seemed to me like an old halo, although his wings, they were never seen. I thought that he walked on water. Yeah, I thought, oh, he walked on water.
He walked on water. Randy Travis, first off, I mean, he changed country music. I mean, he was the guy that turned it back into traditional. There's interviews with so many great artists that are legends in their own right that say they wouldn't be where they're at if it wasn't for Randy Travis. And my dad, growing up in that generation, was a huge Randy Travis fan, and so my family covered so many of Randy's songs. So I grew up since, probably my mom's belly, listening to Randy Travis. And that song, it paints such a beautiful picture of, you can close your eyes and listen to war stars, white shirts, they button up the neck. You can picture that. And that's exactly what my great-grandfather looked like. And that whole, every verse is exactly, you know, what it was like for me growing up in my great-grandmother's front yard with all our family around, and my grandfather, and, you know, all these PV amps and guitars, and just, it was more the merrier, everybody come. It was very simple country living. And I remember, I think I've actually probably heard He Walked on Water sang more by my dad and my uncle than actually Randy, I think. So it's weird, it's weird because when I hear He Walked on Water, I can still hear my dad and my Uncle Terry singing it, probably more than I can hear Randy singing it. But to go back to Bridgestone, I had my dad there, and I remember walking on stage. I've sang this song, you know, God, I don't know how many times, but never like this, you know, never with Randy sitting there. And they were kind enough to let me pick the song, and they allowed me to do that, and they knew how much it meant to me. And just such a surreal moment to have my dad side stage, who was the guy that taught me this song, and who I grew up hearing it sang, you know, with him and his brother, to now be on stage, and my dad's over here, and then Randy, Travis, and Mary are right here, and it's a sold-out Bridgestone Arena show. It was one of those moments that I don't think you ever know that you made it, but I think there's moments where it makes you feel like you're on the right path, and that was one of them.